Hello guys, welcome back to Blueprints, episode number 16 we are meanwhile. Let's have a look on our footsteps. We called it a day in the master bedroom this time. One of the previous episodes we called it a day in the library and that in the ladies' chamber, and that costed us 10 steps. Let's see if the master bedroom has an effect on any of that. We gained 10 steps this time. So the lady chamber, call it a day, you lose 10 steps. If you call it a day in the master bedroom, you gain 10 steps. Okay. That's something that we've learned. Other than that, we are working on the sigil things. We have solved 4 meanwhile. The first one, Arena Aries, black core. We know it's black because this core is in the blue flame elevator and it is black. And the rest of the solution from that sigil you can find in the secret garden. You can find it down below in tomb abandoned mine area. There are a few ways of getting that. Second one is the pentagram is Fen Aries. It is red, and that we just got completely in a book. A book which is not complete. That's our problem, especially for the other ones. Then the mountain thing here was Arch Aries. We knew it was yellow, so we knew what the border was. We knew it was stormy weather, so we knew what the race were. The only thing we didn't know was the society or the way of transportation, or in general how they lived there. We knew they lived by railroad in a way. We tried one of those symbols with like 3 stripes thinking it was a railroad, but it turned out to be a square with a dot, which we then, because we went back to the book and figured out what it could be, industrial was the only thing which made sense. Since they did everything by railroad, was an industrial society. Definitely not spiritual or tribal or poetic or any of the other options. So that's how we got the Arch Aries one. And then the pre-ultimate one here. We pretty much got the symbol from a Mora J box in the Lost and Found room. And there was also a stone with lines and rays and modes on it, and that pretty much was the solution for pink. And that's why we know it was pink, and meanwhile we figured out what pink is, which is better. That leaves us with the hourglass, of which we know that it is violet, and we know it is a Raja. We don't know much about the weather, nor the society over there. Then we have orange, which is the V shape. We know it's orange, we know it's a V shape. No idea about the society or the color. Or no, the name of the color, other than the fact that it's orange. And then we have white, which is the half moon, which we more or less found in the morning room. And in the morning room, you have that half moon. It's they're sort of like sun rays coming out of the sun, and they are white and orange. So does that mean that it's sunshine there? That could give us like just the normal straight rays, because the lines are about the weather. So it could be that half moon is sort of representing half of the sun. Going by what we see in the morning room, it's sort of portrayed as the sun. But then it's also fine. But then we sorted by deduction. With the only thing possible would be Mora J. That we know from a Mora J box in the master room, where we had to lock that symbol. We had to lock that half moon, and it was in the color white, so that's why we know it's white. Which also means that the diamond, which is the only one we have left, it's gotta be green, and we know that green is nuance, and we know that in nuance they use air transportation. They have the blimp. So they're air balloons, they're flying air balloons. So we know, for nuance, we know the green, we know the diamond is green. So we know the color, we know the society. One of the things is Ariel, I think, is one of the options. So what we need to find about nuance is, yeah, we need to find what weather is there, because otherwise, if we don't know, yeah, then we have 8 different weathers that could be possible, and then in combination with, there are always 8 options. Like, how many lines do you use? How many modes do you use? Is it like 8-8? Is it 6-2? 4-4? So you have to try 8 times before you can press the button anyway. But if you are missing one of the 3 key factors, then yeah, then it's times 8. Then you have to try 64 things. So we need to figure out what the weather it is in nuance. Other than that, we want to see the library. We need to get more of these books. The problem with our library is that at the moment it is still on a very high, I don't know, it's rare. I don't think it's rare, but it's unusual or something, isn't it? Yeah, it's unusual. It's on level 3, which means that thing does not show up very much. I don't even know where we are at with that library. We've seen 2 books. One that our mother wrote, and one that the history of Arinda. I think we ordered a 3rd one meanwhile. It's either that or we still have to order that 3rd one. There are 6 books in the library. We need to get our hands on all of them so that we can go through them. Drop the library again, order again, because I think there are more books. Obviously, because one of them is about seagulls, and that is not in the library. We know there is a bookshop, but that probably also be a thing that the bookshop would probably only show up once we have read the 6 books which are available in the library at the moment. So there is, what I'm trying to tell you here is that I think we're gonna run some quick days. We're gonna look for a library, we're gonna look for a drafting studio which will add these plans here. We still have 6 plans missing. You can only get them studio editions from the drafting studio, so we need a drafting studio in the house. And we're gonna look in the corners for a conservatory so that we can change the rarity of some of these floor plans. Preferably things like the library, that we can bring it down, that thing shows up more often. So yeah, we're not even gonna bother with outside rooms and things like that, I think. We also have Banner of the King. That's very simple. We're gonna choose blue, because all the rooms that we are specifically looking for are blue rooms. In other circumstances, we will run another color on that thing, but let's go. Quick days is what we're gonna do. We don't get what we want or something, we call it a day, and so we might do like I'm gonna do the code check here. Boom. Not even gonna go in. We will do Rotunda here. We made it free with the X. This room is X'd, which means I can just potentially just go straight through here. Attic is very purple. We also X that one. Let's see what we get. We need to get 8 items here. Battery pack is one of them. The key is 2. Magnifying glass is 3. Key 149. Isn't that the one we code checked either? 4, 5. Sledgehammer is 6. Secret garden key is 7. And a treasure map is 8. Okay, those are our 8 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5.1. Perfect. Gonna pick this thing up. $304. Okay. I guess we're looking for the vault. We have 2 vault keys now. And we can open the 3 rooms here. That's why I could do 2 dead ends here. We can get to every square here from here. Let's do straight. Yeah, it doesn't matter where we go first. Library or aquarium? Library, Dave. Library. We'll deal with that in a second. Something that goes straight would be nice. Security. Yeah, we're not gonna do mailroom, although we have a package there, but we're gonna risk that. No, I want security to rotate to the other way. That would be nice. Yes, then we do security. Then we have access to those 3 squares next up, and okay, now we need to check the library first before we do any rotation. Yeah, that's what I thought. Swimbird is I think what we read already. We did History of Arindia, we did the pump system. The fixed star is the same as in the observatory, so that's the last one. So we still need sightseeing, drafting strategy, and fixed stars. Let's do sightseeing. Lockpick kit. That's fine. We're also slightly gathering some items here, which is pretty okay. Straight and left. We mainly left actually. Music room. Okay, that's fine. What we got? Car keys. Is that a major key? Really? Well, apparently it is. We want one of our west wings here. We have 2 in the floor plan system. Then is also fine. We'll pick up a gem and see what we can get this way. 3 gems. Yeah, this is also a room we want to try to axe. Yeah, we have to go for vault here, I think. Given the fact we have 2 vault keys with us. And the code check is in the house, so we could potentially we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, what's the date? November 26. The vault gives you the date. We also have a rook. Okay, what do we got? Well, it's 304 and 149. 149 is right here. Okay, more coins. Allowance raised by 32 meanwhile. Aries also here. Complete solution for the Aries sigil downstairs. I love probably. Samantha Hayes. So this is a fake password for our mother. Aries passport. Arisian. It doesn't matter, it's a fake passport. Samantha Hayes. Although I do say it is a fake password, but Hayes. So this is H-A-J-E. What's her first name? Samantha. So that is that's another name that we can try in the admin keys. We know we are looking for 3 more admin keys. And then we have what's the other one? 304. What's this one? Okay. An upgrade disk. Okay. It kind of suggests that this is an important save. Upgrade disk from the vault. Okay. Okay. We're slightly getting our upgrade disk done. Same story here. Gene ribbon. Okay, so that's Rip J potentially. Of course, we don't know how many there are. I do know there's another one though, because the other day we had in the Lost and Found, we had 370, I think. And I think we also saw 200 something at some point. So I think there are at least 2 more of these vault keys. Something else? Oh no, no problem. We have security. Okay. We have security. We could drop the room here. Not gonna go in it though. Not so great. We can't get to this square, so I guess we have to go breakfast nook. Garage is a dead end, will give us 3 keys. But then we have to do some maneuvers here to... I don't know. We'll just do the breakfast, morning room and a key. And then see if we can get something to the left here. Mechanarium. Mechanarium is a bit early, isn't it? We only have the security in our house, which means that that room will only have 1 door. Well, 2. One is the entrance hall, and that's the door you get because you drop the room. And then you get, for every of these cogwheel rooms, gear rooms, you can get an extra door. But we only have security, so that means, I don't even know which one. I'm guessing just straight then. I guess we'll just go for the mail, get this thing out of the way and pick up our package. Package has been delivered. Sleeping mask, gems and keys. Okay. Mainly the keys are important. We don't have anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we read the last one. Nope. We need a lab experiment to get more letters. I don't know how many we can get. Probably 15, 20. Now we need to go back all the way to the rotunda, I think. We open that. Book is ordered. We saw the dead end ourselves on the left. Picked up our, what was it, the den? No, we did dead end ourselves actually on the left. and we do not have a key card. This is also a no gimme. This is gonna be drafting studio. We'll come back to that. We'll first upgrade the no, we're not coming back to that. We'll first do this. Need to figure out what's going on there. Okay, let's see, what are we adding today? Each time you enter the dormitory after drafting a architect room, you gain 10 steps. It's another dead end shit. Whenever you enter the vestibule, 3 of the doors unlock and the other one locks. So that's a matter of oh, it's 2 gem cost. That's a matter of getting in and out. So yeah, you walk in, it's gonna close 3 of the 4, open 3 of the 4 doors, and 1 will be locked. Yeah, this is one of these rooms. They try to fool you here. If you have enough steps, never use a key in this room, for instance, because you can walk out. It's like a bedroom, right? You can walk out and back in, and then the sleeping mask works, or something like that. It's the same here. It's gonna be the same here. You can walk out and back in, and then the one door that was locked before will now be unlocked, and it will lock another one or so. So never use a key on this. So this is basically, it might cost you a few steps, but you can lock all the doors. So it's basically, so that might be an option. And then we have the casino. Game of chances. That's an L shape. So we have 4 casino, the dormitory, yeah, the dead ends are the last ones we're gonna add. Let's do the 4 one. There we go. Okay, it's permanently added. Doesn't mean it's gonna show up today. Here the drafting studio is also one where you get another shot at the date, same as the vault. This thing tells you the date of today, of the day that you are playing. If you have a magnifying glass, you can also crack this safe by clicking on the magnifying glass. But that's something we done the other day, so we got all the red letters. We know we were only gonna find 7, so no point in looking for an 8 one. We need to see what's going on here. Morning room, 2 more gems, and we start with 4 gems tomorrow instead of 2. No item. Usually there's an item on the table here, like here. Yeah, you see this half moon thing here, right? It's white, so that's how we knew that the single thing was white. But the white and orange things coming out of here kind of suggest that this is a sunshine. So I think the weather in the white thing, which is Morajai, I think the weather is white. I think, kind of suggesting that they are straight rays on white, coming out of white. So that we know the border, we know the race, but we don't know what the society is over there. It's gotta be something. Seeing this place is full of flowers, it could be something. What was one of the options? Poetic, spiritual, maybe? Is that silver key? Silver key opens many doors. We're definitely not using the silver key here. I was about to say utility would be good here. Planetarium for more stars. Where's the conservatory in the corner when you need it? Here we didn't get to the corner, and here it's not offering it to us. Just do the winery to get rid of that thing as well. Do we have a shovel? Don't think so. 12, 13. That's that same family shield again that we also have in the master bedroom. But yeah, there's no point in the way we came in now to drop anything else than a dead end there. That would be a waste of an exit no matter what you dropped. Over here. We have a key card, that's perfect. Now we don't need the power. I was kind of hoping on the power in the corner so that I could put the key card system up. But if they give us the key card, not only will that save us on the top, but it also, in case we are getting locked out here, we can get to the foundation with the key card. No other items, so we'll upgrade the disc here. And then connect to the laboratory and see if we can run an experiment with letters or something. Let's see what room we can upgrade. The parlor. We can upgrade with 3 gems instead of 2. We can upgrade it with 2 wind-up keys. Okay. Or we can upgrade it with a funeral parlor, which makes it a red room, and the price is equal to the red rooms. So if you have 4 red rooms in your house, you can get 4 gems. If you open an empty box, in other words, if you get it wrong, you lose 30 steps. Is that what it says? Okay. We're not that desperate. We sometimes gamble with steps, like the last time we took the weight room, lost half our steps just to be able to smash the wall, but we're not that desperate. And we have had one or twice when they were confusing and there were 2 options, and once or twice where we actually opened an empty box. So there is a chance we can get this. I think this one is the most interesting one. Getting 1 more gem here, who cares? But this thing, 2 wind-up keys. Why will it be offering us 2 wind-up keys? Obviously, that means in case there are 2 options, you don't have to worry about it. You can just open it. Or in case you know for sure that one of them cannot be true. If there's like one statement saying the gems are on the floor, then you just can open the other 2 without even reading it, because you have 2 wind-up keys. But of course it might also be that you need a wind-up key somewhere else, and that's maybe you have to upgrade this with 2 wind-up keys. I don't know. Or we have one spare one, and then we can go to a trading post and trade it for something. Maybe. I'm gonna do this one. Something tells me we're gonna need 2 wind-up keys at some point. Knowing this game, everything has a meaning, you know. Even these screens here, right? Led to the second password. Let's go there first. Here's our parlor with the 2 wind-up keys. Dark room, archives. It doesn't matter. We're not. Parlor is always good anyway. Okay, so we got 2 of these boys now. Let's see if it helps us. The gems are in a box with a false statement. Okay. The blue box is false. Okay. The white box is false. Well, one of those 2 will be false. The gems are in a box with a false statement. The blue box is false. So that would mean, if this is true, then it would mean that they are in here. The white box is false. If this is true, then this would be true. Then they will still be in white. Okay. Okay, they're in white. Yeah, it's like 2 boxes pointing to white, but my point was that we're just gonna gamble and then actually think about it with our second wind-up key. Do we need the power for something? No. Do we need the office for something? We have enough gems, so that's not yeah, just do office so that we can get to the right, pick up our gem. We don't need to spread anything. coin wise. No items on the table. No need to run the payroll because we don't have the maid chamber or the servant quarter in the house. We have 85 coins. We don't need to spread the coins immediately. We might do if we get a conference room at some point. Like here would be not a bad place for a conference room. Let's see, we got library, we got drafting studio, that were basically our goals. Conservatory, yeah, the only way I'm gonna get conservatory is to have that thing in the top corner somewhere. Conservatory you can only draft on the four corners of the house. So I guess that's what we're aiming for. The freezer. That's also an option, of course. That's also an option. We could freeze the account. We have 10 gems and 85 coins. Freeze the account, call it a day. We have the library and the drafting studio. That's what we wanted to do. Yes, let's freeze it. Let's freeze it. And we'll just okay, so yeah, okay, something that burns. There's a, what is that? A prism key, I think, in there. There are gems in there, normal keys. There's a whole door here, so might be able to freeze it if we put a furnace there or something. We have read somewhere if you put a furnace anywhere in the neighborhood of the freezer, it unlocks. It unfreezes. We also have a lockpick kit, which seems to work. Here's a conference room. Aquarium. We have an electric eel aquarium. Oh, which is also a power source. Oh, so that also made it a gear room, in other words. So this is another room that we want a gear wrench then. We still need to do utility, workshop, and the upgraded this. Oh, we don't have a gem because we froze our... Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, game? Yeah, there's also no point in spreading the coins. We reach rank 5, so we have 10 steps from the lunchbox. Can we just connect... what's this? Lockpick? Yeah, here's the mechanarium. That's a bit too early. We leave the keycard system on because we have one. Gymnasium up, darkroom up, garage on. Doesn't matter that much. Even if we get the darkroom, we have to come back to put the power on again. Oh, bollocks, we have no gems. We do have a bunch of materials, eh? We can mess around a bit with that, see if we can make another contraption. So far we made the power hammer and the burning glass, I think. Oh, we could make the burning glass. No. We need a metal detector, don't we? Bollocks. Okay, we need to try to get the metal detector. If we can make the burning glass, we might be able to burn that freezer thing. Okay. Lockpick. What are you going with? No idea, but none of these things. Sledgehammer. Yeah, we know sledgehammer, battery pack, broken lever is the power hammer, but we have no more doors to smash. Yeah, the greenhouse, and there was another one I thought. We did the secret garden, we did the weight room, but there were two more rooms of which we thought the wall would be breakable. We might keep that. The key card. Why would that work? No, it's not gonna be. Sleeping mask, broken lever. Magnifying glass goes with metal detector. The lockpick. The lockpick. Yeah, you would think with a battery pack, but no, it doesn't work with a battery pack. I don't know. We'll leave it at this. Lock door would be nice. There we go. We'll use a secret garden key. It will also spread a bunch of food behind us in the conference room. And for some reason or another, we don't have a shovel either. We need a commissary. We can open the antechamber. I might open both sides, which we can do now that we have the broken wall. Of course means we have to turn all of the wheels 2 times to get to the east. But then we could potentially use the antechamber as a normal room so that we can walk through and start drafting on the other side. Makes it sort of a passageway in a way. There we go. We open that door, we go to the other side, we can drop the room on the other side. Even if we dead end ourselves here on this end, we can just use the room as a pass-through. We still need to find a shovel somewhere though. Yeah, which is also very strange. Although we have Blessing of the Gardener, which adds 8 courtyards to our house. We still have that for 2 days from the previous episode. But we have chosen Banner of the King for blue rooms, but what we were looking for was library and drafting rooms. I think we can change... no, we can't change. I thought you could change once a day as well. Apparently not. We can't lockpick. Sure. Because it's not giving us many other rooms than blue. I think I'm gonna go for commissary here. I can't afford this. Yeah, it was not a good idea to freeze that early. But yeah, it's not about walking in there. It's as soon as you drop the freezer, it freezes. Which is quite annoying because of course we need that commissary. Because that thing is gonna have the shovel. If not, the shovel will be in one of our 8 courtyards. Which we're not gonna see because we have chosen blue as our color. Yeah, we have no other colors in our house except for the morning room, which is added by the breakfast nook, and the secret garden, which we opened with the special key. All the rest is gonna be blue rooms today. This is also pointless. Dinner is served. Can't afford these. Yeah, can't afford these. Yeah, this. Yeah. The coins doesn't matter. It's the gems. The gems, freezing the gems is deadly. Okay, whatever. Let's get in here. Call it a day. We have no more gems available. The rooms we want to drop, we can't drop. And the rooms we wanted to drop are in the house. We wanted to get library and drafting studio. We basically want to do the same thing here. Look for the library and the drafting room studio as quickly as possible, call it a day, and just keep repeating this a few times. And we will start the day with our whatever we froze. 10 gems and 85 coins or whatever it was. And we have opened Yeah, we want to do the same. There they are. 14 gems and 85 coins. Oh, they are over there. That's fine. Take some more coins. Same story. We'll do the den. See what we get here. We have access to this square, so we want to go straight and then see if we can get entrance hall, something that turns right from the top. Anything that turns right, please. Or left and right, we'll take it. Okay, that's fine. Then we'll go put some dead end in this corner, or a conservatory, obviously. Okay, conservatory it is, and hopefully get some good rooms. The ballroom. Whenever you enter the ballroom, set your gems to 2. The problem with the ballroom is that we have never drafted it. That's a little mistake we made, because otherwise I would definitely put this thing on the rare, because this is not a good room. If you have 20 gems with you and you have to drop this, you have no other way to get your only exit. You walk into that room, your 20 gems go down to 2. It's an interesting room if you don't have any gems, because then every time you walk in you get 2 gems, but I think I'm gonna leave it on unusual. One day or another we will draft it. Confirm. The pool hall, common, sure. And the gymnasium, let's put that on common as well. I know it's a red room, but it is a T-shape, and the only thing it's costing you is 2 steps. We are now on days where steps don't really matter that much. So I want to see that more. We want to see anything with T-shape. Anything with exits, you want to see more. Give or take a few options, maybe. Okay, this was not... the pool hall was already uncommon. And the ballroom... it does have a north exit though. So if you just want to go straight, it's not a bad room to get. Maybe we should put it on standard. Not gonna put it on common because of what it actually does, but let's put it on standard. So we have standard, common, common. Okay, not the kind of room that we were hoping on. We were hoping on something like a dining room, because that thing is still on standard, and there are days that we actually do not see the dining room. Yeah, of course, here is the gymnasium, but I don't need access to that square, so a workshop will do just fine. We have access to that square already. What we get? A lockpick again. It's his first item, so we don't have to worry about that. Chapel. Sure. It's not a problem today. We have our frozen coins from yesterday. Here we have the breakfast nook again. Or we just put the coat check here. Nothing north here. We don't. Our foundation is. It's in the middle of the house. That's pretty decent. We can go up and left, and that's all fine. But it blocks out our east. We don't have an east entrance, which means we always need to get past here. And we do that. We come here. It always gives us dead ends here. See if the thing have a shovel, then we can dig in the conservatory. Let's see, salt shaker, shovel. You know what? We'll buy it all. How about that? We want to go right here, preferably. Boiler room, sure. there any world where we need power? Maybe. I want to go back down first. Let's see what we can get there. And why we want to go down is because we still have some stuff here. Like for instance in the drawing room we can get our gem from the safe. We just drafted the rooms, we never went in them. And of course we can drop from these rooms. So if we don't like what we see, we can redraft. If we get something that doesn't even need to go left because we can get there from the chapel and from the boiler room. So a dead end here is actually fine. Which of course is not gonna give you what you want. Okay, we'll do the pool hall. We'll add some rooms to the house. And it's beeping. There we go. Yeah, if you have a metal detector, you need to look on the ground. If not, don't bother. No things will be on the ground unless you have a metal detector. That's a 10. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 13 minus 3 is 10 times... No. Yeah, times 5 is 50, divided by 10 is 5. 1 and 4 and 3. That is 8. Minus 7 is 1. Times 18 is 18. Divided by 3 is 6. Secret garden key. Okay. Yeah, we'll just route it from here. We want to get above this square actually. So something that goes left or connect it all. Or we can just block the boiler room and the chapel. We can go around it if we want to. We can go through the commissary. It feels like a bit of waste here, this passageway. We just need an exit to the left. We have access to the other rooms to get around. So let's do the bedroom. How about that? What's going on here? Are they always here from now on? We dug up this treasure here yesterday. We haven't solved this yet, but is it always gonna be here? I can't interact with it. It's not like we have to fill this in to make it disappear. Not sure. Is that why that hand is pointing down? It's a little bit of a game here, right? The Baron Bafflers, they are mentioned in some, in here or there. This was like the sort of game that they were doing before the parlor game. It's supposed to tell you something. We took a screenshot of it, but apparently it stays open and it stays in the house, that you can always try to figure it out. So from now on the bedroom will look like this. I guess is the morale of this one. And this game is screwing us here with exits here. None of them are going up. We have more than enough gems. I don't need an... We have no keys though. So we'll pick up our key here. Anything that goes right, please. Of course not. What do you expect, mate? We also have no key card. We're definitely gonna not drop from there. We'll drop from the drafting room. West Wing Hall, please. Courtyard. Okay, we'll take that. Just about to say, where are our courtyards? We still have a day blessing of the gardener. We have 8 courtyards in the house. We have not chosen a color today. Okay, this is gonna be our problem. Keys and key cards are gonna be our problem. We can do observatory. We can do observatory. I don't know where we are. Day 18. Well, not day 18. These are 3 steps, and this is sales today, I think. Just what we need with 103 coins. A day of sales. And it's day 21, there was sales in the commissary anyway. Day 20 and 21 there was 50% sales. Yeah, in the drawing room we could draw potentially a dead end. Yeah, let's just go around. Lose 2 more steps. Oh, fine. Really have to go all the way around. But here we can, if we don't like what we see, we can draw something else. But we could potentially fit in a dead end here, though. Our problem is getting to these squares here. We don't have a key card to go through the foundation, so at some point or another this courtyard needs to connect to the foundation so we can fill up these squares, maybe with something, I don't know what, but we have more than enough gems meanwhile. Pantry then, I guess. Salty orange. It's not adjacent to a bedroom, would have been perfect here, but bacon and eggs, morning room, office, we don't need coins. Office costs you 2 gems to get 1 gem back. We need to get rid of this cost of this thing as well. I'll just take the items for now. See, we have a workshop, maybe we can make something else. Yeah, also they're not helping us much, eh? Metal detector shovel. Yeah, we need some things like, I don't know, coin purse, rabbit's foot, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. But we also have no luck today. So I'm gonna choose blue again. Because we need to get some drafting studios and libraries in our house, which seems to be a problem here, apparently. Gallery. Okay, let's redraw and see if, okay, here we go. Drafting studio. Okay, that's our key. The dove coat. So it's gonna be animals today, I think. You're more likely to drop unusual and rare rooms, but we are making the rooms common, so this is something, yeah, all these dead ends, that is the last thing we're gonna add. The kennel. Each time you dig in a room, you unlock all the doors in that room if you have the kennel in your house. That seems to be an interesting one. Whenever you drop the dovecote while drafting, you may rotate floor plans. Okay, let's do the kennel. One of these animals things we want. Making progress in this thing. Kennel, clock tower, vestibule. Okay, we got 4 already. Yeah, we have to do it like this. We have to do it like this. Otherwise these rooms do not show up. Parlor and then gallery would be nice. The gems are in the only box with a true statement. One of the other 2 boxes is true. The gems are in the only box with a wild farce. Yeah, that's definitely true. Okay, this white is definitely true. So if we open black and they're not in here, then they have to be in blue, right? Or is there, or was there a world that these both are true? I don't know, because they say no, can't be, because they say opposite things. Yeah, of course. That's the benefit of having 2 thingy things. Here, let's do this. Kennel, what's going on? Puppies? All the puppies in the house? They do have locks though, so sometimes somebody might not be in. Okay. What this thing is doing is down below in the chessboard thing, we broke out a wall there and it says castle on the left. C-A-S-T-L-E. So I think what this thing is doing is giving us a ladder. And I think we also need to check in the grotto, because I think that binaural, which looks like binary coding like 1100 or whatever, I don't think it's 1100. I think it is IIO or something for that. But how it fits in, we need to see. Okay, got a key. So every room we dig with a dig spot now, we will open the doors. So in other words, it will unlock the doors here. And they're both so our only problem that we have now at the moment is key cards. And of course the one to the top is key cards. Okay, gotcha. But the one to the bottom is not right. Anything that goes right, please. Of course not. The mechanarium, how many rooms do we have? How many doors do we have? We got the workshop, that's 1. We got the boiler room, that's 2. This thing should have 3 doors. But of course not the one you expected. Oh yeah, it still wants me to fill up. Okay, it's going to give us the doors. The other 2 were dead walls, so it's actually giving you the right door. And now we have one of these cabins or something, whatever they're supposed to be. Aha. So this is the one. This is our second option for the west. Okay. So we can open west with Secret Garden and Mechanarium. We can open the south with Greenhouse / Broken Lever. And then Weight Room. And the east we can open also in the Secret Garden and in the Great Hall. So 2 options for every door. Room 46, we have a lever down below. And also that one will have a second option somewhere, which we haven't found yet. One of those rooms that we didn't drop yet. Trophy room or throne room or something like that probably. Study, library, we can redraw with gems. Study? We can do the laboratory and run an experiment. That's an option. But study, it lets you redraft with gems. We have a bunch of gems. If there's something we don't like, we're just looking for, or give us an option to find that stupid library. It's also a queen room, but that's not that important. We have the most powerful. Unless we want to try to do that castle thing and change back to... we had the knight, we changed to the king. But the castle move in chess is with a king and a rook. Can we do anything about it? Yeah, we have a pawn. We definitely have a rook. The conservatory is a rook, I think. Also the breakfast nook, we can still get that. That's always in our pool. Pawn, bishop is a chapel. Observatory is a knight. The study is a queen, so we just need a king room. He says, but that's the office. We've seen the office already today, I think. So it offers us again. We just take it and we have we can change it. But then of course we have to do it again. Yeah, we have to go back. Oh, this is not so great though. Our only way out of here is the boiler room because we don't have security. As a matter of fact, we don't have any computer in the house at the moment. How did we make that happen? Especially with the offline connection. It was not the best way to move. So we only have boiler room left, basically. That's what they're telling us here. And we have to go, I think all the way back. Because we can't open this, we have no key cards. Yeah, we built the path in such a way that it's like... We have to go back to the entrance hall. We have to go all the way through over the right here. Entrance hall, corridor, conservatory, and then up through the workshop, chapel, commissary, boiler room. It's the only way in. And we have to get to the entrance hall also by a specific path. Because we did enter all the place. Through the gymnasium again. Costing us more steps once again. These doggies, very nice. But if you run into a security door, they're not so nice. Pantry, right? Doesn't matter that much. We need to get to the entrance hall. Anything we can make? Shovel? Nope. Don't think anything of that is combinable. We bought everything that we could here in the shop. Do we need power? I don't know. Who knows? We'll put it on. To that door. don't even know it's a good idea actually. Because it's gonna give us power rooms, huh? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Let me double check this. I'm pretty sure the conservatory is a nook. This is a pawn. This is a knight. This is a chapel. This is a queen's room. I know it's a dead end, but that's fine. We dead ended ourselves. That's also fine. Like I said, we're running a few sacrificing days, which is working. I haven't seen the library today, but at least we got Drafting Studio 2 days in a row. And we will try that castle idea that we had there. We've chosen Banner of the King yesterday. So we'll do the king. We've chosen the king piece. So if we do the rook, those are the two pieces which can do the castle. The problem with that is that afterwards we want that power of the king back, because that is the most powerful one. But yeah, it is what it is. But what this one will do, I think it gives us the option to redraw in the corners 4 times. Okay, so what we got here? Bottom row we got the pawn, sort of diagonally connected to the knight, and here we have nook, 1 open space, chapel, and then we have row 4, 2 is the queen, and then the up is right there. Okay, now did we remember that? Pawn right here, diagonally connected to the knight, boom, nook in the corner, right, 1 space, and then bishop, and then was it queen, I think, over here, and then 1 right over there. Yep, there we go. So here are pieces again. So we had king, so we're gonna choose a rook and see if it wants to do a castle here. Sure. That's exactly what it seems to be doing. King and rook switching places. That's a castle move. And opening yet another area. How many hidden places does this place have here? Seriously. Yeah, how much did we open? Yeah, we opened this area to begin with the blue flames. Then we opened the tunnel. Yeah, that's another one probably. We lighted up the tunnel, and there are a bunch of crates which we can probably also move. So that's. We have this elevator, then we go to the right here, another door from the tomb that we opened. And now we have this thing here. Holy moly. Unknown. This is the unknown underground, apparently. Oh, more of these Mora J boxes. the black core again. So it's related to Orinda. Who are you? One of the old kings or something? He's also here. This one is broken. The unknown underground, okay. So what are we doing here? Black, yeah. Because this is the core, right? So that needs to be black, so you need to lock black. Okay, you rotate to the bottom. No, we need to bring this. These two here need to be here. Can we put them next to each other? Yeah. And now rotate these to the bottom. That's what we want. How can we make that happen? This definitely needs to be the bottom, because that needs to bring black down. And now this black needs to go down. That needs to happen by putting this thing out of the way. Okay, like this, and then we can rotate this one. Boom, and then split it out. Okay, there we go. Green jumps from top to bottom or from left to right without going through the middle. That's what green does. Pink rotates around it, and black moves only horizontal. In Aries Court, where the king now lays. Okay, so this is a king. What we got this time? Orange and violet. Okay. We're locking black. Violet only seems to go down. So this is the opposite of yellow. Yellow only goes up. So. We definitely need to bring one of the blacks up. Think about this one. If I press this one, it's gonna come down, it's gonna put this black one up. That's fine. Yes. This one down, then this black goes up. Then that black over there, we need to get to here. So that we can make the orange. If you click orange, but surrounded by two blacks, then it will become black. Then we can bring it down, and then we can let the... No, but how can we push this up then? We can't push it up anymore. Let me... This was what I think. I can press this one, but how are we gonna get this up? We have no more things to push it up. Oh, no. I do this. Put it to the right. Now I press that one. This is also surrounded by blacks. This will also make black. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. The idea was there. On the sacred hour, that time-worn phrase. Okay, here we have the sacred hour shit again. 1:30, we know it's a sacred hour. So what was it again? In Aries Court, where the king now lays. I'm assuming that's here. On the sacred hour, that time-worn phrase. So we have to come here on the sacred hour. Or similar what we have to do in the clock tower. Holy moly, what is this? Pink rotates. Pink rotates. Orange only comes down. Orange is down already. And orange changes, so we need to get that orange. That orange needs to become a black. That will be our fourth black. But how on earth are we gonna get these boys down? By rotating this one there, then pressing it so that we can rotate. Yeah, definitely. Okay, now I think I need to bring this black down. Or is that too soon? Yeah, this thing doesn't do it. Do we need to keep it here? No. If I press it... What happens if I press it? It comes down again. That's where we had it. Okay, we need to press it here then. That we can rotate in the middle here. Okay. We get that. But how is that gonna help us? How can we make... Now we need to make this black. Right there. Boom. And now we need to rotate. Get one of them out of the way. Boom. And now keep rotating the other black, still there in the left corners. Yep. Okay. Will a youth approach with empty arms? Okay, I'm assuming we are the youth. So we need to come here on the sacred hour with empty hands. What does that mean? No keys. Here we are with 7 keys. It's not gonna be today. Oh, here we go again. Yellow only goes up. Yellow only goes up. It's not gonna help us, huh? We need an orange here. Orange here, we could make a black. But then we still need another yellow to push that one up though. We can push one down now, but now we have nothing to push things up anymore. Very nice, but yeah, now we can't get it up anymore. No, that doesn't work. This thing goes up. No, I can't make this. Yeah, maybe I do actually. Maybe I need to make this black because I needed to make another black with that one. Oh, it has two yellows next to it, mate. I can't press orange now because it doesn't know what to do. It's surrounded by two black, but it's also surrounded by two yellow, so it doesn't know what color to change to. That's annoying. Same story. I don't know. Now it's going to go black, I think. No, it's not. It's fine, but we have the same problem. Yeah, if I make this, if this goes black, we have it. We are there. Okay, okay. Okay. Suddenly we saw the light. Without gift, nor gold, nor mannered charms. So yeah, we have to come here at the sacred hour with no keys, no gems, no gold, nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay. What else? Okay, here we have the oranges again. Well, we can do this, and that's another black. We definitely need switch this, rotate this so that we can make this black. Boom, boom. That's another black. Okay, but now, how are we gonna get this one back up? By turning it or rotating it. Boom, boom. Okay, this one actually an easy one. And in the sky above, a brilliant sign. Sky above, a brilliant sign. Okay. We have to do something else. That's what that's saying. In the sky. It's probably a planetarium or observatory or something. This one only comes down. Oh, but that's fine. This one only comes down. So with the green, we can bring it back up so it can come down again. So the purple one is here to help us push these blacks down. Okay. So there's no point in doing this, because now how are we going to get these blacks down? Never. We need the orange surrounded by blacks. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's actually... The orange needs to go up. That's fine. I need the green to bring an orange up. Right, boom, boom, make that another black. And now bring the black down. Boom, boom. And now we need to bring this thing up again, I think. I need to get this thing to give me another black here. This comes down. Okay. Boom, bring it back up, and boom. There we go. A sullen cross as 5 stars aligned. Okay. Okay, so we need to come down here at the sacred hour with no items. On a day when we have the 5 stars, what's it called? The Southern Cross in the sky, in the observatory, in other words. What does this thing do? It only comes down. Okay. It only comes down. It's a good one. This goes left and right. This goes up and down. This only comes down. We need to get this thing. One of them needs to go to the top row so we can push a black down. Or no. No. We need to create an extra green. So we can start messing around with this. Boom. Now we need to push a black down or up. Okay. And now we're gonna have to create an extra black. Now we need to create another one here. The only way to do that is to bring a black down. Boom. And now bring one back up. We need a purple up as well though, because this thing needs to be pushed down. There we go. And now we bring it down with green and spread it out. Spread it out. Boom, 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 boom. A patient figure, a reckoning great. Yeah, we're gonna have to be patient here to wait till the time is there to whatever happens. That the wall opens or the crate opens or who knows. What do we got this time? We got the 4 blacks. We only have yellow and green. Yellow only goes up. Gray doesn't do anything. Yellow only goes up. Now we need to make sure that it goes up. Okay, we got one down now at least. Goes up again. Aye. Okay. Now we need that yellow back up again. Yellow only goes up. That's a good thing. 1, 2. Not just sure, actually. I need to get one black down, I think, because we need to be able to move that yellow here. Yellow only goes up, so yellow can push things. There we go. Now this thing needs to go up. So we need to bring yellow back down like this. Okay. And now push it up. Okay. And then put a switch to those. Okay. Okay. The black key is lying with the last king of 8. Okay. So let me get this straight. In the Aries Court, where the king now lays, that's over here. He's either in the tomb or over there or whatever. On the sacred hour. Sacred hour is 1:30. Will a youth, that's us, approach with empty arms, so we cannot have any of the shenanigans, or any of the items probably. Nothing basically, so it has to be somewhere at the beginning of a day. Without gifts nor gold, so yeah, no money, nor mana charms, no charm gems, no gifts, so none of these gifted things here. And in the sky above, there should be a brilliant sign, and that brilliant sign needs to be a Southern Cross as 5 stars aligned, which is the Southern Cross. So you need to have an observatory day when we have the Southern Cross, which is not every day. A patient figure, a reckoning great. We have to wait till it's 1:30, so we have to be patient. The black key is lying with the last king of 8. So we have to come here with no gifts, no money, nothing at 1:30. On a day when the observatory has a Southern Cross. So we need an observatory in the house, which is fine, because that's a gem requirement. Then we can get rid of the gems that we start with every day in the morning. Don't pick up our allowance, because otherwise we are running around with 32 coins from the start. Can't get rid of those. You can only throw, yeah, you can run in and out of the chapel 100 times. That's an option. Okay, so Southern Cross on an observatory day. So we need to get the observatory very quickly in the house. Because of course it needs to be before 1:30, because we need to be on 1:30 in this room here. Okay. Other than that, we are dead. We have no key card. The only way out is foundation, and it's a key card door. But that's okay. No luck with the library, but we did get the drafting studio. We added the kennel, I think, right? Okay, we just call it a day right here, right now. And try to get another library drafting studio day, or try to fill up the house again with the rooms so that we can get our power of the king back. So we'll run a quick other day. Yeah, we're running a couple of sacrifice days. Nobody says that you have to fill up the house or spend like half a day in here. So what's the situation? We have 2 gems. So at the moment, the only thing we need to get rid of is 2 gems. Should not be that hard. We already need one to drop the observatory. That's the first thing we need to do. We can redraw 4 times in every corner because of the power of the rook. So let's just use that and see if we can get an observatory. There we go. And that will tell us if we're on the right day or not. We are not. Okay, so we cannot do that thing today. Which also means we can just collect 5 gems and 1 key. Life can be easy sometimes. It's not happening today, so that also means we can pick up our allowance and just play and look for the other goal that we had. Library, drafting studio, and then try to fill up the house again so we can get our king power back. We already have a knight with the observatory. The den is a pawn. No, pawn is not a problem, there are 16 pawn rooms, so... they're all interesting, but still, we're gonna use that power. Let's see if we can get the conservatory or the library in this corner. We have 4 redraw. Because of the power of the rook, we can redraw in the corner, in the 4 corners of the house, we can redraw 4 times. Fold. Do we need a fold for anything today? Don't think so. Okay, 2 more redraws. Office, lavatory. Okay, 1 more redraw. Give me library or observatory. Okay, conservatory. Yeah, that's what we want. Gives us the options to change the rarity of plants. There are still some rooms that we wanna. Not the best options either. Let's see, bedroom, what are you? You are common. Let's make that standard. Not much happening in this place, it's just a T shape. So we can keep it on standard, we don't need to put it on unusual, it's not a dead end, we'll just put it on standard. Don't need to see it that much, I'd rather have other L shapes. Mount Holy Gift Ship. That thing is rare. Okay, let's bring that thing down as quickly as possible. This is a good room, it doesn't cost anything, it is a T shape, and we still need to buy a few things, so definitely common this one. From level 3 to level 1. Kitchen is common, sure, we'll just keep that, we often need it, sometimes we don't, sometimes we do, depends a bit on how we're doing on steps. So we'll leave that be. So bedroom to standard and the other 2 on common. Yeah, okay, good. Decent, especially the Holy Gift Shop. We're gonna see that thing way more now, which is always good to see more T shapes. So that also is, let me double check that here because, yes, this is a rook room, okay. So we got a rook room here, we got a pawn, we got a knight in the observatory, and we have a bishop in the chapel. So the only thing we are missing again as usual is a king and a queen. That's the plan for today. Which means we need the office or the study. Or try to get to the foundation and then start drafting southwards so that we can get the lady chamber. Also an option. Okay, well, we'll do this one, at least has an exit. Nothing on the tables? No, okay. Only our wind-up keys. We'll see if there is something we can completely rule out immediately. The gems are in the blue box. The gems are in the black box. Every statement with the word black is false. The gems are in the black box. So that could be false if this is true. Then they're in the blue box. No. So this was not true. Okay, then they're in this box. Huh? They have to be in one of the two because they're pointing at each other. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Don't have to think too much about it anymore now that we have 2 wind-up keys. Yeah, like in this case, there's our gift shop already. Boiler room. Yeah, no, we'll do the gift shop. You see, this is the difference. I don't necessarily need the boiler room today. And the gift shop does exactly the same, exit-wise, and this one is free. that's why you put this room on common. We also have 31 coins, so let's see if we can buy something. The Mount Holy t-shirt. A permanent addition to the walk-in closet. It just looks nice. Okay, whatever. At some point we're gonna have to buy all of it, I think. Except for the rigid blocks console edition, because that thing says coming soon for over a year now. It will be added in a later patch. One of the messages on the computer said, but passageway seems to be a good thing here. Yes, we want to go up as well. Hallway doesn't go up. Okay, we could potentially do a dead end here now. Don't have to though. Was it here? No. Yeah. Permanent addition. No, there it is. Can't interact with it, so it just looks nice. Okay, got it. Lockpick, keys, no. Compass, doors to the north. Don't necessarily need to do the north, but actually, door to the north here would be great. That we can go past the foundation because we don't have access to it. Lockpick, no. Okay, have to use our only key then. That's not so great. We also don't have much material, so they're all a bit of a waste of an exit. But I think we want to go out right. Yeah, none of them go right. The boiler room wants to go right, but then it doesn't go up. Which means we're locking. If we can't get an exit here, then we are blocking up this whole thing. So we're still good on gems. I think we're gonna go for the key. Get our key back. Yeah, foundation elevator is down already. Let's see what we can get here, right? Bedroom. Yeah, that would be a cheap and easy connection, although gymnasium will give access to that square. Also okay. We're not gonna run into it obviously. Doesn't matter here much. As long as we have a door to somewhere, it's okay. The pool. Seems to be a good room to get. See, we are low on keys. We might need the locker room today. Oh no, it's not locker. I was confusing with locksmith. No, locker room needs a bunch of keys. We're still gonna do the pool though. Anything that goes right is fine. Don't need entrance to the entry hall. The pool hall will add the great hall, the foyer, and the secret passage. That's good. Now we have 2 of each, which means if we get the foyer, great hall combinations, all the doors are unlocked. The reward that we need food, not immediately. Let's go for the keys. $13, 1, 6, 9. Minus 2 is 7. Multiplied by 2 is 14. 6 minus 3 is 3. Times 5 is 15. Divided by 15 is 1. 1, 5, 7, 10. Minus 3. Minus 7 is 3. Divided by 1 is 1. Times 3 is still 3. We do want to go to the left here, I think. To be honest. Okay, pump room. Yeah, we want some business with that pump room, don't we? Now that we have the pool, that's why I dropped the pool in the house to begin with. Reserve tank is full, we can mess around with that. So what do we want? We want this thing to go back. I think it's out. The rest should be fine actually, because I think is that out is down, I think. Let me test it. No, it's in. Okay, it's in. Ready. So out is out. So we want to come out from this pipe. Yeah. That's 4 in there, but I only need 2 in there though. So we're gonna put 4 in there. Empty the pool. Then there will be 2 in there. And now empty the reservoir with the 2 that is remaining. That fills up that tank, and then it should be on 6, right? There we go. Okay, that's what we want. We've done everything on the bottom of the reservoir, so we don't need that. So we'll fill it up again till the safe house, in case we have to be at that safe house level. We don't necessarily want it on 13, but 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, we can empty that tank over here, and then bring the kitchen in that tank, and then put the kitchen on top, and then we can get it to 13 as well if we want. Okay, so we don't need that left tank anymore, basically. So let's put it on this tank, that we don't make that mistake. We don't press a button here because... So yeah, we can now arrange it in such a way that it's always 6 or 13. We don't need 0 anymore. We opened every crate on the bottom of the reservoir. 6 will give us access to the safe house. If we need 13, then we empty tank number 2 in the reservoir. The reservoir is connected to both of these tanks, like the only thing. So if we want it on 13, we empty this tank. That's 4 more. Then we're on 10. And then we empty the kitchen, which goes also in this tank, which is 3. So then it's 4 from that tank and 3 from there. And then we fill it up in here. Then it goes from 7 to 13. So you want to work with tank number 2 and the kitchen to get it to 13. You want to work with tank number 1 and the pool to get it to 6. And now we have safe house level on the reservoir, and at the same time our pool is empty, so we could buy some trunks for in the pool. But I think it sets 40 coins, right? Or 30 coins. So we need to get some coins somewhere now. Pantry. Office. Anything in that order. Courtyards, but I think our blessings are over, right? Yeah, we don't have we have a shovel? No, we have nothing actually. So we only have one courtyard today now, it's not 8 like the previous couple of days. Which might mean we have to buy the shovel. We have access to all of the 3 squares, so I can potentially put a dead end there. Right here. Items. Maybe we get a shovel. No. I don't think you can get a shovel in this place. In these closets. Maybe the walk-in closet, but definitely not in the bedroom closet. It's always like keys, gems, key cards, that kind of stuff. Anything that goes right would be okay. Not today, mate. Not today. The sauna. Tomorrow we will start the day with 20 extra steps. I don't think we actually have ever dropped to that room. Let's do that then. Yes, that would actually make sense. Is that one of those rooms? Where does the sauna come? No, it's not these two here. Yes, yes, yes. We were also missing 2 here. It was the sauna and freezer. We know one of these 2 is ballroom, another one of those rooms. I don't know what the other one is though. Must be some room that we never dropped. Yeah, which is also another trophy. Pool hall. Okay, we have to go back to the pool. And see what we can get in the observatory. Yeah, like now this is empty. What we got? 25. It's not enough, is it? 40. The swim trunks is 40. The swim trunks is gonna put 2 trunks in the bottom of the swimming pool. So we need to find something which will give us 15 coins. We had a look on this one, right? Or did we just drop it? No, we did that already. And it was not coins anyway. 15 coins. Something like pantry is the most coins we can get. So what are we actually looking for? Vault, treasure trough, something in those areas. They of course have a lot of coins. The vault or the treasure trough, or drop the studio and the office and then spread the coins. But now we're gonna have to go search and pick them up. Okay. So we're basically dealing with the right of the house now. We also still need a library, and we still need that library needs to show up in that conservatory, because otherwise that room is going to become a problem. It already is a problem. We've only seen like, I think we ordered the 4th book now. It's also not great that our only way... Do we have a shovel? Nope, we don't. We only have a sledgehammer actually. I might actually have to go for archive. Just to get a way out of here. We need more exits. Not great, but it is what it is. Anything here? Gem, apple, fruit sometimes? No. Not the ideal place for the dining room. Problem with the archive plan is it could be furnished, then we get all the red rooms. But we reach rank 5, so we can have lunch, because we're also pretty low on steps. Lunchbox will give us 10 steps, right? No, okay. And now we have dinner once we reach rank 8, but rank 5, so walking with rank 5, there we go, 10 steps, that's our lunch. And now West Wing Hall or something, lockpick, here we go. Not gonna do lost and found. We're not gonna do laundry. What can this be? Security, that's a T-shape. But yeah, this could also be nursery or something. It really wants to screw us over. We're still gonna go for the gem room and hope it's a garage. Well, at least it gives us a few keys. That's the only thing we can say about it. We don't have power to it. It is a dead end though. But yeah, then I'd rather have this than the nursery. Or the guest bedroom or something. Okay. Now we're gonna run into some locked doors, I think. Higher levels. Oh no, still open. Commissary. I don't want to spend coins. But we do have a few digging spots. Yeah, conservative is pretty low. It's gonna cost us a bunch of steps. Even the courtyard is not that easy to reach. We have to go all the way around again. Foundation. I was thinking about maybe buying a shovel or so, but it's not great that that turns to the right, because we already have access to that. So let's gamble. Pantry. Well, a couple of steps and some coins. We still need to find 10 coins though. I don't know where I'm gonna find them. Yeah, it's gotta be in something. Okay, we could lockpick. We could do secret passage. We could do secret passage and then choose green. We have the cloister, which is free, which has 4 exits. We have not many materials, so the workshop will not help us to make whatever. Unless you can put the lockpick and the compass together. But then we don't know what's gonna happen. No, I think we have to go for secret passage. And then choose green, and then one of the options should be the cloister. As a matter of fact, yes, because we're in the middle of the grid. All of the green rooms can only be dropped in the east wing or the west wing, except for courtyard, cloister and aquarium. So it's gonna have to give those 3, because we are in the middle of the grid. There we go. Aquarium, cloister, and this will be a courtyard. Because it's the only rooms it's gonna be able to give to us. Again, we still have no shovel, so I can open this, but there's no point. The thing with the cloister is that it often has security doors, but not this time. Great. Great. Yeah, this is gonna be some sort of dead end utility, or you can see that coming from miles away. So I think we have to go for commissary to at least get an exit out of here. What are you selling here? Okay. We'll buy a shovel. Is there a world we need a metal detector? What's the price of that thing? 10 coins to find more coins? I don't think so. We'll just use a shovel and hope we can find some more coins. How about that? A key. Nothing. Okay, well, 1 coin. 2 coins. Okay, 2 coins. We potentially have some more in the courtyard and the conservatory and the foundation. But then we have to go around here because if we have to go to the gymnasium, it's going to cost us more steps. But yeah, isn't that the same? 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 2 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's actually 4 that way. Okay. That's only 1 coin though. A torn and discarded scrap of paper. The lockpick and the metal detector apparently go together. Okay. The lockpick and the metal detector. We have the lockpick, the metal detector is in the commissary if we really want it. So is it telling us to I think it's telling us to drop the workshop and make that thing to see what it does. I guess we were expected. We have to go back around. It's not going to give us a workshop here because do the laboratory and see if we can get something which immediately gives us 40 steps or something. Set the dice to 2, add the chest to the entrance hall. Okay, and what? Each time you unlock or bypass the security door. Not likely. Whenever you dropped an archive floor plan. Okay, we do have that one. We can gamble a few times on that. Okay. Now. We could connect to the office and spread the coins around the house. That might be able to get us to 40 and then we can buy the things in the gift shop there for the trunks for 40. That's a permanent edition, so then we have them forever. And then every time, the next time we drop the pool, we will have the 2 trunks in there. Because we don't have power, do we? No, we don't have power, so there's no point in doing security with the keycard system. We cannot cut the power off. So I think the better option is to connect to the office and spread the coins. we don't need to run the payroll because we don't have maid chamber or service quarters. Okay, exit. Now, this might sound very stupid what I'm going to say now, but what coins are we going to getting? We're usually getting like, yeah. We can go check every room. Or we can buy the metal detector. And then just check every room and then the thing will peep like crazy. But why the metal detector is 10 coins? That's the question. Is it worth it? I don't think so. Because if we don't buy the metal detector, they're just gonna be laying around on boxes or something, right? If we have the metal detector, then we're gonna have to check on the floor, and so I think we're just gonna gamble on that we just find them. Not even a bad room there. I'm sort of trying to reach room 8 as well though. Okay, we'll do this. I don't know what it is. But that was our experiment. It's the workshop. That's very nice. It's the workshop. That's the door we can't pass though. We are gonna buy that metal detector now because that message told us to combine the lockpick with the metal detector, I think it said. And that gives us the peak sound amplifier. Whatever that is. Greater chance of picking high sensitivity locks. So it increases your lock picking skills. So what is that? Some sort of magnet? Greater chance of picking high sensitivity locks. Yeah, it's sort of a magnetic. So if you have something like the locksmith, it's very possible you get all the keys with that thing. Or is that another combination? Yeah, there is something that like you walk in a room and if there is a key, it immediately gives it to you. I need to go to the rotunda, I think. Yeah, I do. I need to go to the rotunda because we need to drop the room on rank 8 so we can have dinner because we are running slow on steps. So we need this room here. That's rank 8, now we have steps. Big sound amplifier. Don't seem to be able to pick this door. Yeah. Doesn't do much, mate. No, that of course is another story. Can we rotate that? No, doesn't do anything. Ah, here's our upgrade disk that we lost one day. Okay, we have a computer nearby. That's a dead end. So this was the one that we lost. We tried the others, right? Oh no. Well. Oh, library. Library. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 7 steps to get to the dining room. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 1 step left. Okay. Okay. Modest account on our town by Sir Andrew Darrell. Andrew Darrell. Okay. Anne Babbage, Lord Evanson, M. Lowry. These are all these people from the what is that? Parlor game? They were their hunting friends, right? Simon P. Jones. Simon P. Jones. Okay, great. Apparently we already ordered this book. I never thought about it. We ordered this book, but we never read it, I think. The third largest city in Aries, and site of its own former capital, Reddington. Reddington is the 3rd largest city. Okay, we need to write that stuff. That kind of stuff we're gonna have to write down somewhere. Where is our history thingies? Aries, 3rd largest city. The Prince Leeson of Finn, 22 years war before it became... Okay. Reddington is the third city. However, Reddington and spectacular scenery, blah blah blah. Okay. Botanic Gardens. Okay. Situated just east of town, the Botanical Gardens. Alex Meserbia, specimen of holly unique, the Reddington Mountain Hall. This is the holly. Reddington's mountain, Mount Holly, their holly. Allow yourself at least an hour to indulge in this picturesque walk, which includes at Mainway Station. Mainway Station is so yeah, you can get. It was one of the stations on our metro route. Huh? You can get to that town. You will find sitting at the house. You will find sitting at the base of Mount Perma. So the one that we see in front of us is Mount Holly, and the one that we see on the right, if you go outside, is Mount Perma, Reddington's second highest summit. Historic site described. Okay. So we have Mount Holly is 1, Mount Perma is 2. Featherfall Keep, the former home of Lord William Espen. That's yeah, I don't know. We think it's the stepdad of our grandma, but although she's called Espen, the family tree doesn't go that way. The family tree goes to the right, so we think she has another father. But apparently he's living on the other mountain, basically. Serving as a family home to the Espens, yeah, so okay. So the Espens are living on the Mount Perma, and the Sinclairs are living on Mount Holly, basically. After the death of Lord Espen, his oldest son Lionel Espen, that was a brother of our grandma, left the estate never to returning. However, the daughter stayed, that was our grandma, maintaining the residence and its staff until her marriage in 1951. So she married with our granddad, and she came to live here in the Mount Holly estate. Featherfall kept seized by the family residence in okay. It's still believed by many that Featherfall was built by the first king of Orinda Aries, when Reddington was still the capital. So Reddington used to be the capital from Orinda, but it's only the third biggest city now that it's Fen Aries, although it's the same area. Before the war, after the war. Before the war, Reddington was the capital. After the war, it's only the third city. However, surface documents containing conflicting dates have recently cast some doubt on the long-standing myth. So it's not built by first king. Trinsdale Lake. Close your eyes and imagine tranquil. That's sits Trinsdale Lake, one of Fen Aries' premier vacation destinations, exclusive for its more privileged citizens. The lakeside resorts and cabins have been frequented by royalty and the realm's gentr of generations. However, on the southern shore of the lake, tourists are free to enjoy the view and rub elbows with the rich and famous in the 100 Bells Tea Room, which is open to the general public for lunch on Mondays and Fridays. Yeah, we had a lake with the rumpus guy. The Great Alzara told us something about the lake, didn't he? On the shores. Could be the shores of the lake. Mount Holly, yeah, that's Mount Holly. We can see that one from our Mount Holly estate. It's only a few hours from Reading to get to the trailhead. A few hours? We must be very high up then. On the opposite side of the peak, far from the trail, rests the estates of Mount Holly. That's where we are. Nestled between the summit's northern slope and saddle. 80 acres. It's almost as old as Reddington is, however. Unlike Featherfall Keep, the property has been completely private since the closing of the Mount Holly schoolhouse in 1966. Still, hikers will be able to appreciate the house's unique architecture at a distance from one of the trail's many north-facing overlooks. The Mainway Station Bazaar. So what's this going on? Can we use the metro to get to this freaking Royal Garden and Bazaar and whatnot? We have to go to the metro station at the sacred hour or something to get the special metro to get there? Alright, so we have Reddington, we have Mount Holly, and we have Pont Perma. But where is the Mount Holly estate? It's not here, because we see Reddington in the valley and the peak is after it. So Mount Holly must be, I don't know. It must be here somewhere. Or here somewhere. Mount Holly is there. We are on the Mount Holly estate, but it's on the opposite side of the peak. Yeah, if we come out of our mansion, we can see this peak, but we can also see a valley with smoke. And if you go to the throne, through the grotto thing, you can actually see Reddington. Oh no, so Reddington is behind us. Yeah, because we go through the grotto, Reddington is behind us. If we're in front of the house, it is actually behind the house. So Mount Holly estate must be somewhere in between here. In between Reddington and the Mount Holly. Okay. I thought we already yeah. Apparently we already November 24. Yeah, apparently we hired it, we rented it already like 4 days ago. It must be that we ordered that book. Yeah, the other day we dropped at the library in the corner there, but we didn't have enough steps to do whatever we needed to do, so I think we actually did not go in. But we dropped at the room, so I think that's considered that we have read that book or something, right? Or that we that's how it looks like. Yeah? We loaned the book in a way 4 days ago, but we never read it because we never came in the room. That makes sense. So this is a fourth one now. So we're still missing, I don't know. It's one of those two books from our mother. No, it's the Fixed Stars. The Fixed Stars and the Drafting, because the library only has one book. Swimbirds, we have watched Swimbirds. We looked at that. So we need a Drafting volume, the last one I think in the list, and then the Fixed Stars, because the Fixed Stars was the last one we wanted to do, because that's the same book as in the observatory. Completely useless. And that should be it. That should be the last one that we rented, and then we should be able to get something more. What is the book thing doing? What is that book? This is 5 stars. This is like, what is that like? 5 gems, I mean, that's like, it's a trophy room or something. Closed exhibit. We don't have a security card, do we? No. It also doesn't matter what it is. We can't go in, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we need 8 steps to get dinner. We can drop this room, but we can't go in. We also don't know what is for dinner. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the aquarium in here. We'll come back in a second. Rotunda, commissary. This thing is not selling food, huh? No. Okay. Cloister, secret passage. Okay. Archives and dinner. Ah, no luck. I was hoping it was salmon. That's why I dropped at the aquarium. That would give us 10 extra steps. Now it's, I think, steak and showroom. We don't have the showroom, but we need to eat it though. Otherwise we have no steps. If it would have been salmon, then we would have had 10 extra steps from the aquarium. Okay. Now we have to definitely go to the laboratory. So back to the archives. Yeah, just basically back in. I don't even know what we're looking for at this moment, to be honest. Yeah, we're still drafting studio. Do we have that? No, we don't. But this is a security door. We have no other doors available except for the rotunda when we rotate it. So we're definitely gonna go into the lab and upgrade this disk before we lose it again. So I was right. The other day I realized that we were missing one upgrade. We had found the upgrade disk like 11 or something, and we were, or 8 or 9 or whatever it was, and we did actually not have the mail room. Okay. Same day delivery. The package will be delivered here in the mail room after you reach rank 8. No contact delivery. The package will be dropped out on the entrance steps the day after drafting this room. That seems more interesting. Freight shipping. A very large package will be delivered here 3 days after drafting this room. Oh, but then you have to draft it again. No. We're gonna do the no contact delivery. If we draft the mail room, we have the package the next day on the front steps without having to drop the room again. The other two, we still have to drop the room again. Might be a large package here, but you still have to drop the dead end every time in the house. Now you dropped it once. No, we'll do the no contact. You dropped it once, then you don't have to drop it the next day. The package will be there no matter what. Okay. So that was the one that we were indeed So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 upgrades. Discs now. Do we now have 12 upgrades? That's the question. That was a problem the other day. Spare bedroom, that's 1. Pool hall, that's 2. Bedroom closet, that's 3. Breakfast nook, that's a normal nook, that's 4. 4. The electric eel aquarium, that's 5. Boudoir, that's 6. Nursery is 7. Bunk room is upgraded, that's 8. Hallway is 9. Courtyard, that's 10. Okay, we must have missed something. Didn't count that very well, I think. Spare bedroom is 1. Pool hall is 2. Oh, the parlor is also upgraded. That's 3. Closet is 4. 4. The nook is 5. The nook is 5. Nothing here. Aquarium is 6. Boudoir is 7. Nursery is 8. Bunk room is 9. Hallway is 10. Courtyard is 11. No idea. 11. No idea. Oh, missing 1. I'm missing 1 or I can't count. Foundation is a foundation entrance. The bedroom that used to be a spare room, we made a spare bedroom. So this is definitely the first upgrade. Parlor, we have 2 wind-up keys instead of 1, so that's 2. The pool hall, that used to be the billiard room, so that's 3. And we have the bedroom closet, which has potential 4 items. So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. The nook is now a breakfast nook, so that's 5. And these are architect rooms and gear rooms. We cannot upgrade these, so we're still at 5. Ah, the mail room. Yeah. The mail room we upgraded to a no contact mail room, so this is 6. Aquarium is 7. Boudoir is 8. Nursery is 9. Bunkhouse room thing is 10. The hallway is 11. And the courtyard is 12. Yeah, I forgot the mailroom. We just upgraded it. Okay, so we have 12 upgrade discs. We have 12 upgrades. Which means we still have 4 to go. We know there are 16, but... Oh yeah, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, we got one from the trading post on the side room, but you can also get one from the trading post itself. But I believe you need to get a showroom, then you need to buy one of those items, and then I think the most expensive one, what is that, the master key or something? If you go with that thing to the trading post, you can get another upgrade disc. And then there is one in the mechanarium. When you have the 8 doors, I think. And then there is apparently one in the archives, but not just laying around. It's in one of those filing cabinets or something. So we probably need to find a filing cabinet key somewhere. And the last one is in the freezer, when you can actually defreeze everything. So that's probably in that second room in the freezer whenever the ice is gone, but we have nothing. We had the freezer the other day, but we had nothing to melt the ice. In what shape are we now here, by the way? We have 16 steps. We have a security door right there. We have made big amplifier. Can we do anything with that compass? What could that make? Yeah, maybe in combination with yeah, with the metal detector probably. Oh no, we can do compass with shovel. What? A dowsing rod. Okay, let's see what that thing does. Compass with shovel. While drafting, dowsing rod points towards rooms that may contain more items than usual. Okay, not sure. One of these two gotta be my guess is on the pick sound amplifier, because that one has a lockpick. It's some sort of magnetized lockpick, so we'll see. We'll see if we can get the locksmith over there. One of these two things is going to give us all the keys if you walk into that room, I think. So we have the pick sound amplifier, we have the dowsing rod. Oh, we have the library, we can check it, we can check it, we can check it. Well, another one of those things that we never do. Just go up that library and see what we actually did. Not much more I can do anyway. I know there is we can buy the trunks, but our coins are spread out all over the place. I don't even need to do. Why am I doing this? Idiot. I thought I had to rotate. We didn't. Now we have to rotate 4 times. Great. Yeah, there are probably still coins, especially down below in the house somewhere. But our problem is we have no kitchen. Okay, I think we're around again now. We need to get from that room to that room. We're still not there. Yes, we are. Okay. Library. Let's check upstairs. What's going on? Is this book? Oh, these are just our records, I think. Room 46. Longest day with 3 hours and 4 minutes. Apparently it took us 17 days. That doesn't work. That can't be. Average day 142. Apparently it took us 17 hours. 17 hours to get to room 46, apparently. But that's not what I'm looking for though. I think we need this book to see what's going on. My first claim ticket is the vault key. Yeah, we put a vault key in there and we got it back and opened it the other day. And at that same day we found another. So we have 2 vault keys open, but I think there are 2 others at least, maybe more, but at least 2 others that we've seen, but we never had the vault that day. So we lost the key again. The orchard is open. So yeah, this is sort of telling us what's going on in the vault, I think. Or in the code check, I don't know. My favorite floor plans are the rotunda. Can't seem to ever pass it. That's very possible. Because it's one of the first rooms that we axed. We bought the axe in the armory, and this is a 3-gem room. We axed it, so it's free now, and so that's why every time we get it, we dropped it. The same with the cloister. Most dropped at the courtyard. That makes sense. We ran the blessing of the gardener a few times, which put 8 courtyards in the house that day. And that of course also means that that's the one you paid the most for, but that's fine because it's upgraded. We pay 1 gem, we get 2 back. That's a net positive +1. Most time spent in the entrance hall, obviously. Okay, here we go. So we made the burning glass. We made the detector shovel. We made the dancing rod, the power hammer, and the big sound amplifier. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 3 more because, of course, everything in this game is 8. One is a bit trickier. One is the lucky rabbit's foot and the coin purse together, and then you get like a lucky purse or something like that. But the tricky part there is getting those 2 together in one day. And then we have some other shenanigans of which I don't even know. We're gonna have to try out a few things. We're gonna have to few yeah, like here. I mean, the lockpick with the metal detector. Who thinks of it? Yeah, okay, we definitely need to look at more stamps. 1, 2, 3. We don't have the black one. If we ever have enough steps to go downstairs and we have a magnifying glass, we need to look at that Orinda Aries. Yeah, we opened red, we opened yellow, and we opened Vera down below. So we also, the first one we also opened. So we never, I don't think we had a magnifying glass. You need to look at the magnifying glass to those stamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of course 8, of course. So yeah, that is the easiest way, of course, to do is we tried to do it a few times on the letter in the mail, but I think you actually have to look at the postcards down below. So once you have all these things open, just get yourself a hand on the magnifying glass, go downstairs and look at all the postcards. Then this thing will be full. Most paid for the axe, which is 32 gold. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. We bought it already 3 times. Every time the axe is there, we buy it. And we axed the cloister, the rotunda, and the attic, which are 3-star rooms. 3 gem rooms. We axed all of them, so they are all free for us now. Most avoided is the laundry room, clock tower, and the trophy room. Yeah, the laundry room was dead end, always came on the wrong time. The other 2 we just recently found or added, so we definitely have to go back to the classrooms one day. Highest grade is 1. We know the schoolhouse tells us that it adds 8 classrooms to the drafting pool that day, so there are at least 8 grades. That might be problem number 2, is that some of these classrooms might be about the sickles. Because we solved 4 of them now here, down below here, these 4 things, but... okay, we have a power aquarium. Upgraded with eels. There they are, electric eels, of course. It's powered source. What is that? This is the archives. That's the archive. So what is this? Some sort of bedroom. Okay, and here that's the patio. That's just a hallway, I think, or the corridor or something. Hallway, corridor. And this is the laundry. Okay. We might have to do we have pump room in the house today? We do actually. But we don't have steps to go up and down, that's our problem. One day we might have to drain the aquarium and see if there's something going on with that. Big sound amplifier. Okay. So that thing is pointing to the office. Do we need the office? Where is the office going? To the left. Yeah, it might not be a bad idea though. Because it's telling us there are more items there, right? So maybe, yeah, we know there's a gem in the safe, but maybe there's something on the table as well. We have a pawn, we have a rook, we have a bishop, we have a knight, we don't have a queen. But we could do office, and if we can come south here, maybe we can get the lady chamber or the study. Then we can change back our rook to the knight again, to the king again. The problem is we don't have steps to get outside. That's our problem. We still have to do it, I think. We still have to do it. What's that? Oh, was that always gold? I don't know. Just sticks out sometimes. Yeah, this is a serious problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 steps to get in the foundation. more likely to get items in this room, it says. So it's probably gonna be no, it can't be a bedroom closet or a walk-in closet because we already have that. So what can that be? That could be the attic, which we have X, it's also pre. This could be the attic with 8 items in there. But even then we don't have enough steps to even... Let's say it was the attics and it's full of items, then we could maybe make another thing in the workshop, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't even get there. So maybe we have to do the laundry just to get it dropped. We sort of know what it does, but we never dropped it. It's also not powered. What does this machine? Yeah, you can switch your... We could switch our coins to steps somewhere, I think. I thought. Gems to coins, keys to gems, keys to coins. Keys to coins, keys to gems. So yeah, you can switch all your keys. And gems, you can do gems to coins. So yeah, if you can do gems to coins, then you can also do gems to keys. So you can, those three you can swap about. And the big machine, what do you do? Nothing. If you power it, it also does something though. I think that thing changes steps, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure how that works. Yeah. Maybe it has 2 functions, because I thought you could swap these 2 as well. Your allowance with your stars. And here it only gives us 3 options. Doesn't matter which one I click, it's always the same. Then that one, maybe when it is powered, maybe has 2 options. Yeah, the office is breaking it because the electric eel is a power source. You don't need a boiler room once you have the electric eel. What we need now is a chamber of mirrors, so that we can duplicate that aquarium. That would be great. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. There's one of these machines, something with steps, this powered one, if you power it, but okay, so we have 31 coins, which we cannot use. We spread the coins already from using the laboratory computer. We apparently do not have a shovel yet. How do we not have a shovel? Did we use that? So, oh yeah, we have. We used the shovel to make the downsing rod, but now you can't dig with it anymore. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff, game. Well, this one's gotta be the door. What are we looking for? What did the archive floor plan did? Was an experiment that we are running. It did something. It set a rolling dice to 2, I think, but yeah, that doesn't work. This is the. It's always pointing. This is the attic. This is the attic, because that thing is pointing on the place with the most It's always going for the... this is the attic. It wants to put a dead end here, for sure. It doesn't matter. It does not matter because the commissary is not selling food. So the only thing we can do is do the drafting studio, which finally shows up, and add another room to our... because we're gonna die here anyway. Oh. Okay. That changes things a bit. Yeah, of course, it's in no man's land. Okay, so this thing here... there hardly, yeah, there might be a piece of fruit here, but what there's never here is 4 items. So this bouncing rod here, you lose the capacity of digging, but I think whatever you potentially could dig up is here. Okay, what are we adding? In the drafting studio, we'll be able to choose a brand new floor plan to permanently add to your draft pool. Permanent changes do not reset each day. Okay. The classroom. Didn't we have that already? Yeah, we had the classroom from the schoolhouse, but not permanent, I think. Okay, so I guess we'll do that. Yeah, that's a weird one. I'm pretty sure that it was already in our list. Yeah. But now we permanently add it, so now we can get it every day, even if there is no school. Outside. We don't even have an outside room on that matter. The vault is interesting, but the breakfast nook is way more interesting because that has steps for us. Okay. Okay, we're still not but not enough steps to get outside, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 to the foundation. We have to go downstairs. Outside is at least 10, 11. Maybe if we can get study, maybe. Classroom. Yeah, classroom have apples. Maybe some other items, who knows. Couple of more steps, but yeah, that thing is definitely that bouncing rod. What is this? You will not lose steps traveling between 2 adjoining hallways. Hallways drafted from adjoining hallways do not cost. Okay. How is that going to help us? We have all our hallways in the house already. Yeah, we've done this. This is grade 1. We've done this. So yeah, this bouncing rod here. What was it again? Shovel and compass or something, right? With some weird combo. Kitchen. Okay, kitchen can of course give us some food. It's pointing to here, so yeah, this is the attic again. So I think we have to go for kitchen here. The room is open, but we don't really need to be in there, right? We have pulled it on the east is open. We still have a rotunda, we can open that door. So we could potentially get the study there. So I think I need to go for kitchen to get more steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 steps to get into the foundation. Yeah, we need to go for kitchen. We need more steps. I don't need to be in the antechamber. Plus, there's also a bunch of coins around the house somewhere. We spread the coins in the laboratory. We never went all the way down, so there's probably still a bunch of coins there. 10 steps, 15 steps. So let's start with this. That's 15. Bacon and eggs is 10 steps for 8. That seems to be not great though. 8 coins for 10 steps. Here we can get for 8 coins, we can get 12 steps. $24. It's a bit double, isn't it? We can get all the food we want though, but then we cannot get to. Okay, we'll do it anyway. Let's just get all the food we can. Okay, bananas are sold out. Boom. Now we have more than enough steps. 52. But now we're down to 8 coins. Now there are a bunch of coins around. So we're gonna have to check every room. Not laundry, office or aquarium because we've done that side. Everything here is fine. We spread the coin. It's everything below the laboratory. The first 5 rows there might be coins, which potentially give us enough to buy the trunks, but we need to get back to 40 then now. But we have the steps now to do things. Plus we still have the rotunda, where we can drop the room. And I'm pretty sure that with the other thing here, the pick sound amplifier, I am pretty sure that we don't have to pick up keys or coins. I'm pretty sure that that's some sort of magnetized, or is that another one that we haven't made yet? Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what we are still making as well, because we are still missing 3 of these things. We know one of them is lucky rabbit's foot and thingy things. Boudoir. Okay. Yeah, we have to gamble on this here and hope that it is security or something, or ballroom or whatever, something that goes straight, because obviously none of these 2 are study. Oh, we don't have gems anymore. Great. And we'll rotate this one for no reason. It doesn't matter. Does not matter. No, it does not matter. We'll take the steps then, who knows. Okay, now we just want to go 2 times. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna find enough. Yeah, we also lost our metal detector. Okay, we have to come back anyway because we dropped it here in such a way. We combined that metal detector with all these things, which I not sure that it still works now. You see? Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. We use the metal detector in this big sound amplifier and it doesn't work anymore. We use the shovel on the downswing rod and now it doesn't work as a shovel anymore. So we cannot dig up here, otherwise we would have our coins to buy the trunks or whatever it was that we were trying to do. Now we have dining room. We had dinner already, but maybe we missed some coins here. We know they're not on the ground because the metal detector is not working anymore, so. Foundation. Okay. Down below, don't need to be there. Because we need to check these rooms anyway. All of these boys here to see if there are some coins around. There usually are. If there are coins here, they're either on the bench, normal way, or they're somewhere in the middle here with a metal detector, which is not working anymore. Hallway. Could be actually. There we go. Couple in the hallway. And then we have this closet thing here. Nope, they didn't put any here. Okay. So that's that side done. This is where we potentially could buy something. But yeah, we need to get to 40 to get this thing. I'm not even talking about the plushie. That's not for today, but parlor. The problem with the chapel is it could actually have some. Gonna cost you one to check it out, but they are sometimes on the altars here, so don't have to come back through it though. Yep, we can't dig anymore. Wonderful. We did what we had to do here. They're not on the table here. Then they are not in. Pool hall. We'll go straight first. If they're here, they're usually on the table. Nope, no coins there. Here they're also usually on these tables. There we go. Not great though. And here they're also usually here. I don't think they're ever up there. The only reason that the thing is up there is to so that you can open that telescope. So yeah. I also have a feeling that when you do have the conference room, then I have a feeling that it spreads more coins than when you go around the house to look for them. Okay, so what we got here? Pump room. It could be underground if you have metal detector. If you don't, then I don't think there are ever coins here. There's usually on these stones here. Unless you have metal detector, then they can be next to the dig spots as well. Either way, 2 and 1 coin here and there is not gonna cut it. We've checked every room now, I think. Okay, we don't have a planetarium. There's not much we can do about it. We managed to get the library in the house and the drafting studio, which was that's the thing we are doing here in this episode. We get it 3 times in a row, so we got some progression going. Not super though today, I must say. So let's have a look. That's done. We are still missing 2 rooms here. I know one of them is the ballroom. I'm still trying to think what the other one is. I can't tell you at the moment. The rest is done. The rest we got them all. We got it finally in the house. So there gotta be another one of these blue rooms, which for some reason or another I always avoid, and I never dropped it. One of these 2 is ballroom, which is also one of those that we are usually... Ballroom is not a great room unless you get it very early, when you don't have many gems yet. Then it's a good room to put in the house, because you can always come back and it will always, every time you enter it, even at the end of the day. Let's say you have a day where you have a lot of steps but not gems, then the ballroom is interesting. But if you have 15 or 12, 10 or 15 gems or something with you, the ballroom is not interesting. It will reset it to 2 every time you go into that room, so. But at some point we're gonna have to drop it though. And I don't know what the other one is, I really don't. It must be also some room that we're constantly avoiding. We got all the bedrooms, we know this is foyer. We usually find another way to open the right door, which means we never dropped at the foyer. It's also 2 gems. And this is this is the bookshop, but we can't get the bookshop unless we read all the books, but I can't get that library. That library hardly ever shows up. So we still need 4 times more the drafting studio so that we can add these rooms. We found all the plans and we have all the outside rooms, so yeah. We need to get a ballroom in the house, and then we need to try to figure out what the other one is. Because we get all the found floor plans as well. So I don't know. It's one of these rooms that we completely forgot about. Or we keep missing it because it's a dead end or something, and we do not draft it. It's something like that. So it's like with the lavatory. We drafted it very early to get it out of the way, never drafted it after. We drafted it 3 times in the beginning, because it was giving us that shit every day, but now we have way more rooms in the draft pool. The first couple of days you don't have much rooms in your draft pool. That's why it's also not that easy to get the day 1 trophy. On another account, I mean, on another profile. Let's call it a day in the swimming pool. We're calling it a day in different rooms every time to see what the effect is. We know that if you call it a day in the ladies' chamber, you lose 10 steps the next day when you start. If you call it a day in the master bedroom, you gain 10 steps the next day. So if you have 70 steps normally, then Lady chamber, call it a day. You will have 60 the next day. Master bedroom will give you 80. So if you want to call it a day in a bedroom, do the master bedroom. The pool, I don't know what that's gonna do. We'll see. We haven't tested that yet. That's something we're doing in the last couple of episodes as well. Always call it a day in a different room. We also got a few new names to try to test out next time. Next time we will do an outside room, see if we can get schoolhouse or something, and then we will also test these two names from the password to see if one of them works. We have Hey S and Rip J from Samantha Hayes and Jean Ribbon. We'll see if one of those two will work. We know there are 3 more admin keys for the Grotto computer, so we need to find a few new of these names, basically. We'll leave it at this. At least 4 more drafting studios, and we need to figure out what that one room is, which is not a ballroom. That's what we need to do as well. Maybe it's possible that we haven't seen it, that we have to some way or another get it. We'll see. This will be it for episode number 16. We'll see you guys next time in number 17. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.